I'm throwing it back with a good old classic. Steamy, dreamy, creamy au gratin potatoes. Besides the potatoes, the key component to potatoes au gratin is the cheese sauce. A lot of classic recipes call for Gruyere or Swiss. This recipe calls for cheddar cheese. I'm using a sharp white cheddar because I like to keep that kind of creamy white color. And you have to grate your own cheese, okay? You get more cheese out of it, it melts better, it tastes better. That's what you gotta do. Let's make the sauce. For sure you have seen me make a cheese sauce before, but let's review. We start by melting our butter. Once my butter's melted, I'm gonna go in with my flour and I'm gonna stir that around until it's nice and smooth. You'll know how thick the sauce is gonna be once it comes to a boil. And then go in with your milk. Whisk while you add your milk to prevent any clumps. Once everything's incorporated together, you're gonna bring this mixture up to a boil. That's how you'll see how thick it's gonna be. It's coating that spoon really well. Turn it down and then just stir in the cheese. It only takes about 30 seconds for the cheese to melt, and then you've got this rich, velvety cheese sauce. For the potato in this dish, I prefer to use a russet potato because I like the extra starchiness. That's gonna help the cream sauce kind of stay extra thick. And if you have one, this is a great time to break out the mandolin. You do not have to have this. You can just thinly slice with a knife. And if you can't get your slices that thin, that's also okay. Just add a little time to the cook time. I'm gonna put it on a really thin setting and just start slicing. I'm leaving the peel on. You can take it off if you want. I like the rustic look of it. Before we layer, we gotta butter. Just coat the bottom and the sides with some softened butter. So now we're going to layer it all in together. So you're going to do potatoes with a little salt and pepper, some thinly sliced onion, more potatoes, more salt and pepper, and then our sauce. It looks like a lot, but it's gonna seep down into those crevices between the potatoes. This now gets covered with foil to bake. I'm gonna just coat the foil a little bit with some cooking spray just to prevent some sticking. And then this goes into a 400-degree oven covered for at least an hour or until it's really bubbly. Just before it's done, I'm gonna uncover it and turn the broiler on so it gives it that nice au gratin look. This right here is what you want on your dining room table. You have to let this sit and kind of come together. The sauce is gonna thicken just a little bit more as it sits. I'm gonna serve it up with some steak and salad. It's gonna be a good day. Just before serving, sprinkle it with a little bit of fresh chive to make it look real pretty. I'm just so impressed with how these turned out. In the past, when I've made this, sometimes it gets really soupy and milky in the middle. The creaminess in this is perfection. And so is the taste. Wow. That little bit of onion almost melts into the potatoes. That cheese sauce is perfect, it's perfectly seasoned. This is so good. If you have not tried au gratin potatoes in a while, this is the time to do it, and this is the recipe to do it with. Are you waiting on me to do something funny?